Yeah, I'll have a coffee, thanks. Thank you.
So are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Can you remember taking this picture?
Yeah, I can remember taking it. It was quite a while ago. There's certain things which I think I've intentionally blocked out about the whole picture. It's all kind of a little bit sketchy at the moment.
Okay, so start us off then.
Okay, so as far as I remember, I was in the living room just staring out of the window.
What were you thinking at the time?
What was I thinking? Do you ever think that somebody's watching you? Well, I didn't at all, but I was thinking that I knew there was a picture that I needed to take at some point, and it was kind of playing on my mind a little bit. Just to help me think a little bit more, I then I stood at the door with Wilson, and I thought for longer, really. Whilst I was in the room, I was thinking that I needed to do some kind of picture. Oh, just a second. But then when I got to the door, it was I kind of had this feeling like I needed to get going, really. It's really hard to explain, but just a second.
And then what happened?
What do you mean? Then what happened? Packed my gear, and I was gone. I just went. Really, it was. I literally just dropped everything and went.
Can you tell me the significance of this?
The picture that I took, which you will probably see in a minute. I was just walking past, and then I saw. I literally just stopped in my tracks, and I kind of just knew that I had to take the picture. I was hundreds of miles away from where my house was.
What else can you tell me about this photo?
There's not a lot else I can tell you, really. But since then I've spent months, literally months, more than months really, probably a good year, just getting on with my life, and then suddenly, bang! I had the picture there. On my computer, and I felt compelled to do this tutorial. Are we done? Hello, welcome to Simple Photography. Today it's going to be it's a quick tutorial really on what to make of a picture. As you can see, this one was taken this picture was taken up in Northumberland, and looks quite boring. What do we know from this one? The sky is clear. It's very dark down here, which would tell you that the sun is behind the grass dune. It is a grass dune because Trevor was there, and the other pictures that we saw, the sun is probably around down here, I would say at the moment, or maybe a little bit further down. There's one of my neat arrows. Just do it up there like that, which looks like an arrow. So what can we do to make this look interesting? I don't think this is one that you would initially look to print off unedited and do something with. And there's quite a few options. All I'm going to do at the moment is just go through some previous settings that I've saved for this, just so that we can get an idea as to how quickly a picture can be transformed. So let's just jump straight in. Some of them do and some of them don't work. Okay, so that's interesting. Let's have a look at some of these settings. Nope, that's not for me. Quite interesting. I'm going to try a black and white one. Maybe not that one. Maybe this one. No, I like the look of that. However simple that is, I think that looks quite good. And I could quite easily see that as an edit on my wall. Really, I think that would look quite good. So color wise, let's have a look at some which might be good in color. So we're going to go for some quite dramatic changes with this one. So this one, I like that one, because that, if you ever look here around the grass bits, you can see where the sun's starting to come up. So this is either early in the morning or late at night, or what's going on here? Early in the morning or late at night, and I'll tell you now, this is early in the morning. So there you go. So I've just cropped it there, which I think looks quite good, just so there's not a lot of dark patches down here. So that is one that you could choose. The other one that I was going to go for was that's quite nice, but let's have a look. I like that one. And nope, not my cup of tea. Yeah, I like that one. That's kind of a fresh. It kind of gives you the impression that it's quite a cold morning. That's nice. That's interesting. Probably the sky is a bit too dark blue for my likings. I like that one. And oh, that is a nice one. I've just opened this picture in Photoshop, and what you'd seen before was that I had done quite a lot of different styles of picture. The look good. This is okay. Let's try this one. Well, this needs to be flipped because that looks like the sun's over there, whereas on this picture it's over there. So let's flip it. There we go. And do you know what? This is probably going to be really easy because the grass is black. It's probably just going to I'm probably just going to need to change the blending mode on this one, and that is it really. Watch this. Alright, so change the blending mode, and wow! Oh no, wrong one. Look at that. That is something else, that is. I'll tell you that for nothing. So, I'm just going to change the... Wow. Now, does that look better with the... Oh. Do you know what? I'm probably going to keep that as it is. I really like that. I really like it. Okay, so we've gone from Lightroom to Photoshop. We've edited the picture and we're now back in Lightroom, and this is what we've got. So, would you be able to tell that's fake? Who knows? But in order to make this look suitable, there's some things I want to do to it. So I want to obviously brighten it up a little bit. So I'm just going to increase the exposure on that, and I want to open the shadows a little bit. So open the shadows, and maybe the highlights a little bit. Now again, this is one of these things where your taste might differ from mine. I mean, you might think, well, a black and white one's really good, or something else. But all this is just literally just playing about really with some of the pictures. I mean, I kind of like this. That looks alright. So what we're gonna go with First of all, I like that. I think that looks quite nice. And then I kind of like some of the blues. Okay, so that's there's quite a lot of options here, and I think what I'm going to do for the purposes of this is I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to add this effect. I'm going to crop it a little bit more, just so that there's not too much darkness at the top. And I probably think that we're not that far off, really. And if you noticed, in Photoshop I added a sun flare which I then removed. I'm gonna add one again, but just a simpler one, just to emphasize where the sun might be coming from. Let's warm it up a little bit, and then maybe open it a little bit more, and there we go. Oh, look at that. That's, maybe if I do it below, yeah, because that actually looks like the sun a little bit there, just creeping up over the horizon. Maybe spread that out a tiny bit, and maybe to turn it down a little bit. Getting a bit excited with that. Alright, so we've gone from this to that, and that is so that is everything for today. I hope you liked it, and you know, if you've got any comments below about how I did this, or how simple it was, or how fake it was, just remember that it is simple photography, and all I've basically done there is take a picture through the grass and then added various filters to it, and that's how simple it is, really. So enjoy your picture taking, and I will see you on the next one. I like that. Okay, so oh, that looks quite nice actually, doesn't it? So there's all sorts of things, but anyway, I will see you next time, and please keep in touch. Bye bye.